occasion, which will be delivered by Reverend Paul Deutsch of the Society of Jesus, Rector of the Jesuit Community of Jesus, President of Jesuit High Schools, Ms. Deborah Pacheco, Assistant Principal for Academics, and Reverend Paul A. Deutsch of the Society of Jesus, Rector of the Jesuit Community. We request that no one leave his or her seat during the ceremony. A professional photographer will take pictures of each graduate as he receives his diploma. 157 members, 93% of the graduating class, has received 459 academic or athletic scholarships, including 140 Bright Future scholarships. The total value of these scholarships exceeds $22 million. The following seniors were recognized for their special achievement in the academics, the arts, athletics, service, citizenship, and personal growth at our awards assembly on April 29th. Please hold your applause until all students have been recognized. The Culture of Life Award was presented to Sergio Ruiz. The St. Robert Bellarmine Award for Theological Excellence in Inquiry was presented to Reese Tappan. The Spanish Award was presented to Nicholas Connor. The Latin Award for Excellence in Scholarship and for Leadership in the Latin Club were awarded to Andrew Hanna, Keegan Lovell, Cole Joseph Piedad. The Excellence in Mathematics Award was earned by Miguel Coste. The Richard Stevens Jenkins Award for Superior Achievement in Science, recognizing analytical ability and imaginative capacity, was earned by Andrew Hanna. The Ann Connors Award, recognizing a deep appreciation for social studies course offerings and interest outside of the classroom, was awarded to Cade Cortez. The Reverend Richard G. Harnett Award for Excellence in English, recognizing sophistication of thought, critical judgment, eloquence in expression, openness to growth, intellectual humility, and integrity, was presented to Mitchell Johnson. The St. Ignatius Gold Medal Essay Award Contest, SIGMET, for the written expression of critical thought and personal reflection, was earned by Mitchell Johnson. The Visual Arts Award for Originality, Insightfulness, and Aesthetics was merited by Sergio Ruiz. The National School Orchestra Award, recognizing the student that shows a strong sense of responsibility for the ensemble's well-being, was merited by Keegan Lovell. The National School Choral Award was presented to Alexander Caceres. The St. Genesius Award for Theater Arts was presented to Christopher Gold. The Excellence in Media Production was presented to Paul Schnell. The Jack O'Connell Award, given to the two-sport letterman, exemplifying outstanding achievement in academics and athletics, was earned by Jake Lewis. The St. Peter Claver Senior Service Award for the senior who completed the most hours of community service was awarded to Richard Nuss. The National Merit Finalist Award was awarded to Tristan Cole, Connor Fabre, Brendan Fisher, Christopher Gold, Andrew Hanna, Mitchell Johnson, Keegan Lovell, Nicholas Mira, Richard Nuss, Thomas Perez, Richard Pettit, and Sebastian Torres. The Faculty Memorial Growth Award, recognizing the senior demonstrating the most growth intellectually, personally, and spiritually, and exhibiting the potential for continued development in college and beyond, was merited by Miguel Coste. Let's congratulate these young men. At this point in our program, we recognize those outstanding students that have merited special awards. The recipients of most of these awards was determined by a vote of the faculty. The Joseph P. Gavin Award was established in memory of Brother Gavin, who for many years supervised the work of students on financial aid. His caring presence among students touched the lives of many of our alumni. The Gavin Award is presented to the student who has been outstanding in generosity and dependability in service to the school community. The award this year is merited by Reese C. Tappan. The Pedro Rupe Award, presented in honor of former Superior General of the Society of Jesus, is given to the student who excels as a man for others, through distinguished achievement in community service. This year, the Rupe Award is merited to Richard J. Nuss. The Larry J. Elliott Award for Spiritual Leadership is given in honor of the late Father Elliott, who served for 10 years as president of Jesuit High School. In addition to his efforts to promote the financial development of the school and to provide funds, financial aid assistance to students in need, Father Elliott gave himself zealously to the ministry in the local parish churches and civic organizations. The Elliott Award recognizes a student who manifests dedication and commitment to Christ and the church through his example in Christian life. This year's award is merited by Philip R. Thompson. The Charles J. Lashley Memorial Award is given in memory of Father Lashley, who served as a prefect of discipline for 18 years. Father Lashley's firm and fair approach to discipline won him the respect and admiration of the students. His personal care and interest had tremendous influence on an entire generation of Jesuit alumni. The graduate who best exemplifies outstanding characteristics of leadership of the student body receives the Lashley Award, the highest honor Jesuit High School confers upon a graduating senior. The award this year is merited by Andrew J. Kynes. It's now my pleasure to introduce the valedictorians for the class of 2019. 3 students have obtained the same cumulative grade point average, the highest overall in the class. All will be recognized as valedictorians. I ask each valedictorian to come forward as his name is called. Miguel Coste, Christopher Gold, Nicholas Ewing. The first valedictory address will be given by Miguel Coste.
Father Hermes, Mr. Newberger, members of the Jesuit High School administration, faculty and staff, parents, friends, and fellow graduates. I would like to thank you for all the memories made and opportunities provided. I could stand here and attempt to impart some wisdom never heard before. However, that's not possible. I stand before you, an 18-year-old young man whose life has been shaped by Jesuit. A few things stick out to me when I think of Jesuit High School, namely hard work, growth, and love. I would venture to say it is nearly impossible to succeed in this life without a sound work ethic. These last 4 years have formed my fellow graduates and myself.
Xavier Attila Bechet, summa cum laude. Dane Jacob Felton. James Augustine Bensavenga, cum laude.
Let's go, baby.
Jacob Howard Black. James Edward Bond, summa cum laude. Freddie J. Brinson III. Luca Dante Bruno, magna cum laude. Matthew Ryan Burkhardt. Joshua Mark Burke, summa cum laude. Gentry Alexander Burks, magna cum laude. Alexander Tomas Cassera, summa cum laude. Carter Jago Campbell, magna cum laude. Robert Edward Carney III, summa cum laude. Tyler Christian Carrera, summa cum laude. Thomas Colton Caruso, magna cum laude. Nicholas James Cawley, summa cum laude. Maximilian Horst Pedro Dom, cum laude. Andrew James Danso. Gregory James Davis, cum laude. Jovan Noel D., magna cum laude. Nicholas Martin Deptula, magna cum laude. Brendan Raymond Driscoll, magna cum laude. Jackson Kane Finero, summa cum laude. Zachary John Fandel, summa cum laude. Matthew Thomas Farley, cum laude. Robert Hanna, summa cum laude. William Alejandro Horst. Nicholas Dyer Haskell, summa cum laude. Cameron Blake Henry. Joseph Zazak Hermes. Joseph Emerson Hernandez, cum laude. Max Charles Hernandez, summa cum laude. Larry Antoine Hodges. Carlos St. Clair Howell. Brandon Christopher Incondona, magna cum laude. Ryan Michael Iverson. Kyle Roman Kowalski, summa cum laude. Benjamin Gerard Kyle, cum laude. Andrew James Kine, magna cum laude. Kenneth Edward Lane IV. Dominic James Sibilia. Robert William Schaefer, cum laude. Alexander Rappaport Sifford. Jack Todd Snellgrove. Ian Michael Staley, summa cum laude. Evan Michael Stanislaw. Jack Frederick Stanislaw, magna cum laude. Trevor Michael Stanley, magna cum laude. Ryan Alexander Stewart, cum laude. Connor William Strady. Connor Todd Stewart, summa cum laude. Andrew Riley Sumner, cum laude. Nicholas Parker Sweet. Reese Christopher Tappan, summa cum laude. Jacob Thomas Calvert, cum laude. Thomas Edward Teal, magna cum laude. Philip Raymond Thompson, summa cum laude. Josh and Cole Teal, magna cum laude. Sebastian Torres, summa cum laude. Christian Luis Troncoso, magna cum laude. Eric Christopher Tubbs.
Eric Tubbs!
Graduation ceremony that we now bring to a close, and that brings to a close your high school years, goes by the name of commencement, a name that graduation speakers from time immemorial are obliged to call paradoxical. The origin of the term seems to lie in the old medieval university system of Oxford and Cambridge. But whatever the original meaning, somewhat disputed, the name commencement is now universally connected with graduation as the beginning of your real life. In the case of high school graduation, you begin another 4 years of study, after which you'll commence again with more study or a job. But this moment, the end of high school, is a special opportunity for you to look in two directions, like the old Roman god of transitions, always depicted with one face looking to the past and one to the future. First, the past. These weeks since your last day of school have been a time to recall the important growth and development of the past 4 years. First of all, your achievements and your setbacks. The many arenas in which you tested yourself and discovered your potential, and no small thing, your limits. Perhaps more importantly, it has been a time to recall the friends you have made and the relationships you have formed. More than a few of the men you have come to know at Jesuit will be with you at every stage of life from this moment on. Finally, it's been a time to recall the great sacrifices made by your parents and your teachers, resolving never to forget the unpayable debt you owe them. Not incidentally, the debts that cannot be repaid, and for which repayment was never expected to begin with, usually concern the most important things in life. So yes, look back and savor all that you have done and the relationships you have formed, and do so in gratitude for those who have helped you along the way. For a long time now, even before your senior year, you have been looking to the future, thinking about college and what lies ahead. Often excited, at times confused, perhaps occasionally a little fearful. But always, I hope, trusting that you and your future are in the hands of the eternal and living God, who sees your past, your present, and your future, and who knows you and loves you and cares for you. Humanly speaking, there's nothing about your future that is preordained. The Jesuit diploma that you hold, valuable as it may be, cannot guarantee you anything. Your future will largely be what you make of it, partly by dint of your own hard work and determination, but also by your resiliency in the face of elements you can neither predict nor control. A very great saint and martyr, Thomas More, gave the most practical advice I can think of for new graduates. And he gave this practical advice in a book called Of All Things Utopia. Here's what he said. We have been ordained by God to conform to the dictates of reason on what we seek and avoid. The first dictate of reason is ardently to love and revere the divine majesty, to whom we owe what we are and what happiness we can reach. Secondly, Moore wrote, reason warns us and summons us to lead our lives as calmly and cheerfully as we can, and to help all others in nature's fellowship to attain this good. So there it is, dear graduates of the class of 2019, love of God and cheerful service of others. Whatever the future holds, whatever twists and turns your lives take, live calmly and cheerfully for the greater glory of God. And as true men for others, help those around you do the same. And now I ask you to stand and for the last time sing together the Jesuit High School alma mater.